Did you know there's a place in America where people vanish without a trace? No footprints, no scent trails, not even a broken twig to explain what happened? It's an area in the mountains of Vermont known as the Bennington Triangle, and for decades it has swallowed people whole, leaving nothing but questions behind. The story begins in the winter of 1946, when an experienced woodsman named Mitty Rivers was guiding a hunting group through the dense mountains. He wasn't just familiar with the land, he practically lived in those woods. As the group walked, Rivers moved a few steps ahead, just far enough that he disappeared behind a ridge. The hunters expected to see him reappear within seconds, but he didn't. When they reached the bend, he was gone. No signs of a fall, no footprints leading off the trail, no echo of a call for help. The search teams that followed combed every inch of the mountain, but it was like he walked into the trees and melted into the air. 4 years later, the mystery deepened. 19-year-old college student Paula Weldon decided to take a peaceful evening hike. It was a simple trail, well-known, well-traveled, safe. Several people saw her walking toward the woods, wearing a bright red coat that should have made her impossible to miss. She looked calm, confident, totally unaware she had just stepped into a story she'd never return from. As darkness fell, she didn't come home. The authorities launched the largest search effort the state had ever seen. Hundreds of volunteers, police officers, fire crews, and soldiers joined the hunt, but the forest gave them nothing. Dogs lost her scent within minutes, like she had vanished mid-step. Even aircraft failed to spot any sign of her. No clothing, no body, not a single clue. Paula simply disappeared. But the forest wasn't done. A few years later, an elderly man named James Tetford boarded a crowded bus headed home. He was seen by multiple witnesses sitting in his seat as the bus made each stop. But when it arrived at his destination, his luggage was still in the overhead compartment, his bus ticket was still in his pocket, and he was gone. The disappearance happened between stops. A moving vehicle, dozens of people around him. No one saw him get off. No one saw him fall. He just ceased to exist. Then there was 8-year-old Paul Jepson, who disappeared while his mother stepped away for only a few minutes. She returned expecting to see him exactly where she left him, near the truck, playing in his bright red jacket. Instead, she found emptiness. Search teams tracked the area with bloodhounds, but once again, the dogs followed his scent only a short distance before it ended abruptly, as if he had been lifted off the ground and carried away. 1 year later, a woman named Frida Langer fell into a stream while hiking with her cousin. She headed back toward camp to change clothes and told him she'd be right behind him. The walk should have taken minutes. She never arrived. Her body was eventually found months later in an area that had already been searched multiple times. The cause of death remains unknown, and the condition of her remains only deepened the mystery. Locals began whispering about strange pockets in the forest, places where sound seems to die, where compasses spin in circles, where people feel watched even in broad daylight. Some believe the area is cursed, others say there are natural magnetic anomalies, and some claim the land itself has hungry spots, places that pull people in and keep them forever. Every incident is different, yet every ending is the same. No explanation, no closure, no trace. Even today, hikers report strange sensations, feeling disoriented, losing time, or hearing footsteps that stop the moment they turn around. And when night falls, those woods grow eerily silent, like they're listening, waiting. The Bennington Triangle remains one of America's darkest mysteries, a place where people enter with the intention of returning home, unaware that some forests don't just surround you, they swallow you.